What's up, space pirates? This is your admiral, the Dread Pirate Dr. Disaster, and lost in the distraction of this very hyper-competitive month of February, where a lot of major AAA games are being released, is this game here, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, a game which makes the mostly male gaming audience shake their heads and say,
"Hold it, what the hell is that shit?"
This game has a feel to it that's very similar to Dustborn. You probably remember that ultra-woke piece of crap that released last year and saw virtually zero players. It was developed by Don't Nod, a studio that is an offshoot of Deck 9, meaning it was made by the people who put together the Life is Strange games. So, it has a playstyle that is very similar to Life is Strange, but this is a game that was apparently worked on by Sweet Baby Inc., because of course it was. All you have to do is glance at the diverse, all-female cast of main characters, and you could have guessed that.
This is quite a shock! On the other hand, it's not surprising in the least.
Unfortunately for the folks that Don't Nod though, the Sweet Baby Kiss of Death seems to be taking hold of this game as it has for every other Sweet Baby game that has come out in the past year. They make these games for the so-called modern audience, but they always land with an absolute thud. This game, on its launch date, couldn't even crack 2,000 concurrent players on Steam.
This is so humiliating!
I don't know why these bozos constantly need me to tap the sign to remind them that the industry is absolutely dominated by a male audience. I have used this chart several times, but I guess I'll just have to use it again. This is the demographic information as reported by Nintendo last month, showing who plays on the Nintendo Switch. And as you can see on the bottom, 86% of gamers are dudes. The feminist takeover of studios has given them over a decade to try to attract women to gaming, but it hasn't happened. It isn't going to happen. And games like this, where you follow 4 young girls as they get in touch with their fee-fees and wait for their time a month to sync up, it's fine that these exist, but the market is speaking, and if these idiots choose not to listen to gamers who consistently tell them what they want and what they don't want, and instead choose to listen to the likes of Sweet Baby Inc., well, that's on them.
What is happening to me?
You chose poorly.
Alright me hearties, make sure you smash the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already, and don't forget to follow me over on X, where my handle is Dr. Disaster 1. But yeah, this game is another Sweet Baby Inc. flop. The few people that they're getting to play this game are the die-hard Life is Strange fans who just couldn't say no. But as these people are finding out, this genre of game is already played out. The curiosity of it is no longer working. I mean, look at the player count for the most recent Life is Strange game that came out back in October. That one only hit about 8,500 players at its max concurrently, and VG Analytics clocks the game in at just a little over 200,000 copies sold. The game was a massive flop. The series has been dying for a while now, so whoever thought a clone of this series would be well received is delusional and deserves the stress that they're likely feeling right about now. 2,000 players is pretty damn bad. I will give these guys this though, as far as Sweet Baby Inc. failures go, this was far from the worst of them. Last year saw some real stinkers. Tales of Kenzera Zhao got less than 300 players. Capes couldn't reach 700 players. Neither could Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn. that game only got about 650. And then Unknown 9 Awakening failed to hit 300. These modern audience games just haven't attracted anyone to them at all. So, by the standards of Sweet Baby Inc., Lost Records Bloom and Rage comes off as a certifiable hit. And if you look over at the launch trailer of this game, which, keep in mind, I'm pretty up on all new releases. If I do say so myself, it's literally my job to know what's coming out. But I hadn't heard of this game at all until yesterday. But if you look at this launch trailer, after a full day of release, it has only 56,000 views on the PlayStation YouTube channel with over 16 million subscribers. People just don't care about clicking on this game. And it hasn't been ratioed yet, but I think that's only because most people haven't heard of it. The video is at about 3,000 likes to 1.7 thousand dislikes. Either way, the ratio isn't good, and it wouldn't be surprising if, in the next few days, the video does end up getting ratioed. The comment section of the trailer is pretty funny as well, as people roast this turd. This guy said, "What in the Sweet Baby Inc. was that?" And then, did the artists of Concord design the characters for this game? And actually, as I said at the beginning of this video, I get more of a Dustborn vibe from this game than Concord, but either way, it's bad. And then this person wrote, "California writers self-inserts the game." And then, one for the modern audience. Their budget was $10 and a pack of gum. And yes, that's probably about the only redeeming quality for this game. They're likely not to have had much of a budget, so at least they can't lose that much money on it. And then this next comment is one I can identify with completely. It's what I thought as soon as I heard what the premise for this game was and I looked at the trailer. This comment says, "That is not what kids looked like, dressed like, or acted like in 1995. You see, the game is supposed to take place in 1995, and as someone who lived through that time period, as a teenager mind you, I can absolutely assure you that girls did not behave this way in 1995, and they didn't dress like that either. This is ahistorical. It's revisionism by writers who are probably not even old enough to truly remember what the 90s were like. It was a great time to be alive back then, quite frankly, before the hysteria of wokeness had swept through the culture and devoured it. But anyhow, then this person wrote, "Bloom and Rage, so it's about them getting periods?" To which I can only reply, "Gross, dude. I didn't think of that, but that is nasty." But anyhow, then this guy wrote a pretty funny one in response to the trailer. Son asks, "Where's the gameplay, Dad?" Dad replies, "That was the gameplay, son." But you get the idea. People are really ripping into this thing, and for good reason. It looks like absolute ass, and it seems to be selling like ass as well. But I'm gonna leave it there. Drop your mockery of this game into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.